Hi, thanks for watching. This is a quick look at how Google views and ranks your website in the search results. By understanding how the program works, you can use it to your advantage to increase the traffic to your site by getting it on the first page, so that way you're the first click and the first call whenever anybody is searching. Now I've got your site pulled up here, and all the menus and everything have all the information that a customer can need right at the top of the screen. They can click and call your number. I'd probably suggest just having this menu roll up so it's less thick and not taking up as much of the screen as they scroll down. The only real problem I'm seeing on the page is it just doesn't have enough content on it. And the reason being is that when Google is looking to rank a website, it's going to do so based on two factors. The first is the content. So it's going to come in and count all the words on the page. It's usually looking for a minimum of about 1,500 to 2,000 words because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and the more likely it is to recommend you in search. Now, while it's counting the words, it's also searching for keywords, which would be anything that somebody would type into the Google search, usually going to be a service that you offer, and then an area that you offer it in. Now, this is where the number of words really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of these keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the second way that Google is going to rank your website is based on what's called the authority, which is basically a popularity contest. Now, there's two ways to build authority. The first is by getting citations. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, or phone number are listed in an online directory. Those directories include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. They're usually all free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. The second way to build authority is through what's called backlinks. Now, that's when another website links or refers back to yours. It acts like an endorsement that Google uses to build trust because others are vouching for you. It's similar to a customer review. If you had 1,000 five-star customer reviews, a new customer would think pretty highly of your business. Google's doing the same thing. It's just using other websites to make this judgment. Now, to see where this determines where you are in the ranking as far as the results, if we go back to our search here, get back onto page one, the first thing you'll see come up is what's called the map pack. This is actually a pretty important area to try to get into because statistically speaking, close to half of the people will just click on one of these top three at the page. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to fill out your Google business profile. It's part of the Maps app, so you can do it right from a smartphone. You want to fill out as much of that as possible, including the services that you offer, the areas you offer it in, even the hours of operation. Then you want to continuously add photos that are geotagged within your service area, as well as posts to the profile on a weekly basis. Try to get customers to leave you reviews, and then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone numbers. You want those to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. Then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the higher the authority or the more trust Google has in your site, the higher up you're going to rank. So to demonstrate this, what I've done is I've taken your site and put it into this tool that I have, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your site for both the content and the authority. Just to quickly define these terms, if the local news station did an article on their website for the top 10 best home improvement companies in Rhode Island, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one referring domain. So just for some comparison, what I've done is taken the top results in the organic listings for all the services that you offer on your site and put them into the same tools just so you can see what kind of authority that their sites are bringing and the reason why they are ranking in the first page. Now, as you can see, the numbers vary depending on how popular or how competitive the market is for that specific service. But something to note here is it's not just a matter of the quantity of these referring domains, it's the quality. We need to make sure that they're relative to your business. We can't have anybody like Pizza Hut linking back to your website. It would need to be blog sites or news articles, directory citations, all that are within the home improvement, remodeling, construction type field. So that way they're relevant and Google will view them. Now, as far as your content, these are all the keywords that people are typing into Google search that are being found on your site, as well as the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do some research to find all the highest volume keywords and then make sure that they're being found on your site. So for instance, dumpster rental Rhode Island is being searched 900 times. Right now, as you can see, you're in the 28th position, which was down at the bottom of the third page. If you were on the first page of Google, 900 people will be seeing your website when they search. If we're really conservative and say only 10% of those actually click in and become a lead to contact you, you'd be looking at 90 potential calls on an estimate per month. I don't know exactly what the conversion rate is for the dumpster rentals in Rhode Island, but if we're even more conservative and say only 10% of those actually become clients, you could be looking at an estimate of 9 to 10 customers per month just off of this one keyword. Then we would repeat that same process for all the other highest volume keywords and make sure that those are being found on your site as well. I don't know exactly what the profit margin is for a dumpster rental or some of the other jobs that you do. I'm sure it varies, but you can see how all this estimated volume can add up to a lot more potential leads and potential customers and revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. So I hope this information was helpful and it allows you to scale some of your online presence. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like me to go into any further details. Also, we could talk about your goals and I could do some research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. And I always appreciate getting feedback as well to find out if information like this is useful for you. So please let me know what you thought. Thank you, and I hope this helps.